Hey everybody, welcome back to another honest demo review. We're probably only going to do one side of this just because my boy BCosmin2004 is a rank 2 on Faceit and has 1600 hours. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of flaws to point out just on the T side of Train, especially because lower ranks struggle with T side of Train. You really need to have that big dick energy to move out of sight, well, like move out of like T-Con or lower to get out onto sight. And, like, I still struggle with that, so I highly doubt that these guys are able to do it, or maybe I'm just bad. So, BCosmin says, "Hi, I support you in everything that you do, and I want to thank you for creating all the tutorials that help me understand the game." You're welcome. I would like to ask if you could, well, if I could send you a demo, and you could tell me everything wrong and what I can do to evolve in the shortest amount of time. So, to that, you're not going to evolve in the shortest amount of, alright. The quickest way to get better is to pour hours into the game in deathmatch, and in map knowledge kind of stuff. So like learning smokes, learning angles to pre-fire, learning crosshair placement on a map-to-map basis, and deathmatch. That's the quickest way to get better at the game. Refer to my practice or warm-up video. I feel like that covers that a lot better than I just did. And he also asks, how do I find a team, and which is the best platform between ESEA and Faceit? Finding a team, there's r/recruitcs on Reddit. I kind of don't recommend that. It's a lot of shitters, and you're not going to really find anything too serious. If you want a pre-made team, I'd go onto ESEA forums and try to find a team for the next season of Open. That I highly recommend. The earliest you can do that, the better off you're going to be, the more experience you'll get. Probably one of the faster ways you'll learn, especially if you're put with 4 other guys that know their stuff already. You can learn very quickly off of other people. Best platform between ESEA and Faceit. If you're in EU, Faceit all the way. If you're in NA, it becomes a bit more gray area-ish. ESEA if you want to play in leagues, and then Faceit, Mythic Hub if you want. I was gonna say club. Mythic Hub if you wanna like pug and solo queue. That's what I would recommend. ESEA pugging and solo queue is not that bad. It used to be a lot more toxic than it is now, but it's not too bad. It's much harder to get to the rank G qualifier on ESEA than it is to get to the FPLC qualifier and Faceit. So just something to keep in mind. But barring all that, let's jump into the demo. So it looks like we have a B split going on. Our boy bought a smoke, no flash. You might as well just buy a flash with the smoke here so you can flash your teammates out. There's no point in saving on to the extra $400 that you would save by not buying 2 flashes unless you want to op 3rd round after you lose this round. But you would still only be able to glass cannon. Not worth it. So let's see. Smokes it. See, a flash would be very nice. You have the whole CT team rotating over. Nice entry. You're making a lot of space for your team. Right about here is where you're going to want to walk, because you know that CTs are out. You know that CTs have rotated. You've made all the space for your team. Very good job doing that, but now you want to walk because now you're playing post-plant. You're no longer... Why is Bomb and Ivy? That's one hell of a B fake. But no, right now, I understand the whole getting space, but you need to walk. Tag one up, you die. I want to see how this round plays out, man. Why is Bomb down in Ivy? Oh. My man got a 3K. So we have gun round versus gun round. Looks like you're defaulting outside of T-Con. Kind of a wasted flash right there. You're not doing too much with the flash. Same with the molly. If you're not going to go out after that, that molly's pointless. Not too bad of a spam, but they are nading in, so you unfortunately did take 48 damage. You have to re-clear everything. As soon as you back out of T-Con and you go back into it, you then have to re-clear everything. You can't just assume that nobody's there because nobody was there 5 seconds ago if you're not watching it in between those 5 seconds. You kind of just peeked out. Luckily, nobody was there, but there is a guy on top of close train that's probably going to kill you in a second. But you're throwing the flash out. Again, wasting utility. It's 20 seconds into the round, and you've thrown 3 pieces of your utility without really doing anything. But yeah, you need to re-clear angles. So luckily you did spot him. He had some unfortunate timing. Yeah, so those flashes would have been nice if you threw them while you were going out. The second flash that you threw, yeah, you threw it before you went out, but it was way too long beforehand. Like, nobody was blind by that by the time you went out. Just something to think about. So you guys got the double op set up. You guys got the pick. Pretty nice, pretty nice. You took 50 damage from that molly. Could have been cut down to about 30. Nice shot on train. On bomb train. Why did I say train? All trains are trains. That's a bad call. I'm sorry. I apologize. So you get up red. That's alright. Not too bad of a play. 2v2. Maybe it wasn't a bad play if there was more people alive. It's a bad play in a 3v2. I get that you really wanted to get that kill, but going up red was probably not the play, especially since you only had one other teammate on site. You had a guy in Ivy. All you had to do was wait for the Ivy guy to come flank him, and you just had to stay alive. So you kind of killed yourself there. That's unfortunate. So let's see. You got CZ. You got two teammates out already, and you hid behind the wall, slightly baiting them. I get that the molly was down, but one of them was pushed through. You could have done the same. What can you do? Alright, now you guys got the AKs back out against the full buy. They have a mag 7 in ladder. Alright, you're not going down ladder. So you're doing a good job holding for pushes, especially at your rank. Very impressive. Your crosshair placement's a little bit off. Just like right there. It's all about your crosshair placement, your pre-aiming of angles. When you were watching upper, you were a bit too low. Like, if they came out, you would have shot them in the chest 3 times, and then they would have killed you. And when you peeked down there, you kind of had to swing your crosshair. You didn't really line it up before you peeked, which probably could have got you the kill. So you're going to smoke out. That's, you know what, it happens to the best of us. Good job getting out. Real good job getting out. I know that you died. The rest of your teammate, well, the rest of your team was not out, so you kind of died for nothing, but that you did not make the bad play there. The rest of your team did. Yeah, there probably should have been more communication saying, hey, go out now. I'm going out through this smoke. But still, it's your team's job to trade you there. You didn't do anything wrong. It takes a lot of guts to get out on the site like you just did. So I'm very impressed that you were able to do that. Now your teammate's going out. Let's see. You just swung out. Good job. Lots of people get stuck upper. Especially if they have 4 teammates already out and they know that they don't have anybody behind them, so they don't feel like as obligated to push out. Lots of people get stuck upper. I personally get stuck upper a lot, especially if I have an op. I don't like swing out on the side or anything. I kind of just hold, and then my teammates die and I can't do anything because I'm upper. So very impressive. Good pinch right there. You die. That's okay. You did your job. So let's see. We got a quick out A, it seems. You're taking less damage from the molly. Not too bad of a job. Ooh, your teammate got the kill. Alright, so they have 2 people Ivy, 1 ladder, 1 on B, and the B guy's rotating the Z. I want to see if you guys clear this. So you're making a lot of steps. You're mollying off nothing because you don't remember the lineups that well. I understand your idea, but like, somehow that worked. You're trying to molly back right side. Unfortunate that it bounced off, but also lucky it bounced off because it ended up forcing the guy out. Very unlucky for the guy. So now you have your teammate out, Olaf. You decided to, instead of going through Ivy, you're going all the way back through T-Con. The benefits of this is, 1, they don't know where you are. The cons of this is it takes way too long, and they already know that your teammate's out there, so they may be looking T-Con again for another person or for your teammate to re-peek out. So, although you're repositioning so they don't know where you are, they still are going to, you're going to a place where they could assume you could be. So your teammate's out hell now. You're making steps the whole way. The close guy, was not looking at T-Con when you were coming up. He was looking at hell. But because you walked you made steps the whole way, he now turned, and he probably gets this kill on you. Or he misses all the shots, even while anticipating you. Feet shots are not the play. I saw what you were doing. You saw his left foot before you saw his head, so you went to shoot his feet. best case scenario, you hit him for like 40 and 3. You're just going to want to go for the headshot. You take that information and you don't like shoot off of it. You see that he's there, so then you get into a better angle, or you make sure that your crosshair placement is perfect, so when he does peek out, you can get the kill. Worst case scenario, he doesn't peek out, and he falls back, but you still know where he is now, and he doesn't know where you are, so you have that advantage. So they've mollied into T-Con every single round. You guys haven't really caught on to that well. It still seems like it's surprising you guys when they do. You did pick a very good position. Alright, so the reason why I say that is because the molly has like done at least 50 damage every single round. You have picked a very good position to counter a T-Con push. So good job there. Late reaction on the turn from the smoke. Like, if it was a flash, which you thought it was, you go on there, like, when they throw it, you could hear that. You don't go when it pops up onto your screen. So that's something that you have to listen for a bit more, is when people throw grenades, it does make a sound. Very good job. Very good job. Your teammate peeked out, got killed, you immediately went out for the trade, no hesitation. That's very impressive. So just something overall that I've noticed is that you need to walk a bit more. You did it kinda well this round, but right there you made a sound, so he expected it. You need to know the sounds that you're giving away and how it will ruin your good positioning by just giving away like your position. Ooh, you died. You didn't get to save the op. Your teammate deserves that. He peeked out before anybody was in any sort of position to do anything, and like you guys were mollied off, so he deserves that. I'm assuming he also didn't have armor since he died so fast. That's alright. Let's see. You're stacked up. You see that you're stacked up, so you go to move. Unfortunately, he moves in the same exact place, so you fall back down. Good spacing, good spacing. The smoke's about to fade, so you need to be careful of that. So you have all this info. You hear that he was up there, but he didn't move your crosshair. When you heard him shoot, you need to be able to pinpoint that to on top of the train. Unfortunately, you didn't move your crosshair, so now you may lose this gunfight just because your crosshair was everywhere and you had to adjust. So you have 6 HP, 3 versus 1. You know exactly where he is. No need to turn around there. You just walk backwards. It's seems minor and pointless, but it's something that you have to keep in mind. Just keep your crosshair where people could show up. You don't have to turn your whole mouse to move. S works as well. As soon as you heard that molly needed to move, very slow reaction there. Luckily, it only did 3 ticks of damage. You heard him pushing through. Once again, very slow reaction. So yeah, right now, things to work on that I'm seeing. 1, you're giving way too much information away by the steps that you're making. 2, your intake of information and processing that information and then determining what you need to do based off of that information is very, very slow. The way that you improve that is more game time. Just increasing your comfortability with the game. You heard the flash, you didn't turn at all. Something like that. You need to be able to hear that flash and know, okay, they're probably about to flash me, I need to turn. That was so perfect with what I was saying. But everything else, very good. Your aggressiveness is very impressive. You're willing to be the first man out is very impressive. Your ability to make space off of nothing is very impressive. And with the correct map knowledge and better aim, you could be a very good player. You uncrouching right there only hurts yourself. Oh, this guy gets 4. Oh, this guy gets 4. Oh, he used all his 7 shots to get... What? He used 7 shots to get a kill on his Deeg, so he didn't have ammo in his Deeg. He takes out his knife, and he knifes you in the back, because guess what? You didn't process the information of the gunshots being fired and the teammate dying directly behind you. Because you're too focused on getting out on the site. So you go for the op pick, he tags the guy, not too bad. After that tag, the op's going to be scared to peek back out. if is that orange or yellow? I can't tell. Oh wait, they're all the same color. I'm dumb. So your teammate with the op, BGD right there, he has him pinned down in Z, or at least he should, after he takes that shot. That means that you guys can get out because you don't have to worry about a Z guy. You have a smoke, you throw it sandwich, you can then cross, no problemo. But you guys are going to sit back. You have a teammate that had the right idea. You see your teammate out, you need to get out. You're holding an angle where your teammate was just there. You know that it's clear. What are you doing? Now you're trying to do the little Stewie thing where you lift your crosshair up because it helps you focus, and the cool Asian kid does it. That's not the strat. Figure out things that make you comfortable. Don't copy bad habits from pros because it looks cool. It's not good fundamental CS. So you go Ivy, you wait for the push this time, you wait for the flash. Nobody flashed. By this point, you go in, you're doing the little Stewie thing, and it wasn't even a good Stewie thing. Alright. If I didn't describe it well enough last time, the Stewie is where you have your crosshair at head level, and you're holding an angle, you're holding an angle, you're holding an angle. You get a little bored, you're losing your concentration, so you lift it up and back down. You snap it real fast. He's the only pro that does it, at least to my knowledge. But again, he has 8,000, 10,000 hours on the game, so he knows exactly the correct amount of movement, and he's been doing this for so long that he knows how to do it properly. You just did it while your crosshair was at head level. You lifted it up, you lifted it down, and he went down to, like, mid-chest level. It's pointless. You need to cut the habit out. Crosshair placement's low. Like, head level where your crosshair is, it's very good, like, showing of how low it is. You deserve that. You're jumping around, you're making so much noise. You need to be more mindful of the information you're giving away. So you're holding, you see the guy jump, you just saw his head, but unfortunately you didn't spot it. Maybe the smoke rendered differently on your screen, but I thought they removed that. I also do have outlines, so whatever. You have two teammates out A dead. So what do you decide to do? You're regrouping B. You have a teammate coming from Ivy now in Whitehall. You see the guy almost get the kill. You don't have any util. Alright, that's okay. If you had a nade, I would suggest throwing it. You need to reload your gun. There you go. You peek the angle before you reload. He's been shooting the whole time. And then your surprised Pikachu face, like, where could he be? Like, oh, thank goodness you're trying to get that kill. You need to be, like, honestly, I don't know if you're not playing without headphones. I don't know if the headphones that you're playing with are very bad. I don't know if you have a lot of background noise or whatever's going on. But you need to fix whatever the hell is going on with the sound. Because there's been so many things where you've missed due to not listening and not paying attention. Oh, you were on the ladder. That's unfortunate. Quick way to get off the ladder. I know that it does give up sound, and like it will give up your position. But if you know, like, you need to get off fast, you press space and you jump off the ladder. You don't have to go back down the ladder. Little pro tip. So that's all I want to do. We did one half. Overall, you do have the foundation of being a good player. You need to improve your map knowledge. You need to improve your aim. You need to improve your... And when I say map knowledge, I mean like pre-aiming angles. I mean overall crosshair placement on the map. Like I said before, you need to improve the ability for you to take in sound and determine things off of that sound. And that comes with game time and improving audio equipment and making sure that your settings, your audio settings, are fine-tuned. That's about it, I think. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, that was all the questions you had. So thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good day. Also, if you want to submit a demo, I do have 2 more or actually 3 more in a waitlist right now. Just hit me up on Steam, be like, yo, can you review this demo? And I'll be like, potentially. So that's all. Thank you again for watching, and have a good day.